part 2 in this case study involving my father. We're going to piggyback up where we left off. So we had some great initial responses with our functional manual therapy and functional manual reaction to the right and to the left hip joint capsules. It wasn't coming from the lumbar spine. We ruled that out. The next thing we want to know in terms of pain referral patterns, hey, are we getting some stuff from the hip that's going into the groin? And that's the groin pain that he was getting is a common pain referral pattern for degenerative joint disease. And so we were able to create a lot of good success with our good fundamental truths, with some good tactics, some good techniques that built upon this functional manual therapy. We went through some lunge matrices progressions, some single leg balance and reach matrices with lower and with upper extremities. We found just initially to just kind of calm stuff down, a lot of great success with transformational zone 1A, and going after that with some functional manual therapy left hip, and then also transformational zone 2 of the right hip engagement for internal rotation and getting extension. And so we did a variety of we used a variety of upper extremity drivers with some type 1 out of sync, some rotation and side bending to kind of help load up that right hip and butt complex. We were more concerned with just getting motion off the bat. So after we got home, the trip was a great success. He felt well. His pain literally in the matter of 15 or 20 minutes went from an 8 or a 9 out of 10 to which a 10 out of 10, hey, we need to go to the hospital, to, hey, I'm a 1 out of 10. Very, very rare that something like that happens. Holy crap, this is awesome. Next morning, woke up, okay, I'm maybe like a 4 out of 10. Bang it out, go after it with some FMR, some functional manual therapy related stuff for, a good 10 or 15 minutes, give him a couple exercises on his own to do. I don't have any pain. He's walking through this parking lot and up the stairs slower yet, but no irritation, no pain. No wide basis support to inhibit the congruency of the head of this thigh bone on the acetabular fossa, the pelvis, this ball and socket like joint, this socket in which, hey, he was avoiding those positions before because of the congruency, because, hey, there's so much friction placed in one area that we're through the cartilage. So we get home. I spend a good 20-25 minutes putting together a couple of video segments of things customized for him, reference some stuff through my business and website in terms of here, emailing you and texting you these video links of things you need to do this. And by the way, I have some connections in the area, in the West Michigan area. I'm going to set you up with some people that are physical therapists that I just want you to go touch up with. Even though I'm going home, I want you to touch up with them, go see them. So snowmobiling's, that's our thing. That's our love, that's our passion, that's our bonding time. We live to be able to do that. And so I had set him up with this clinic and had his eval set and everything like that. Went in for his eval, broke down to them, hey, this is what my son has been going on. This is the rehab diagnosis that he gave me. And looking at the notes later and after the fact, this is where we have to, as clinicians, we really owe it to our patients. You can't just talk about groin or hip pain and put that as your rehab diagnosis and not present what they responded well to, not talk about things that, in terms of exacerbating and alleviating factors. So just a very, very poorly scripted note and not a lot of detail pertaining to the home exercise program that was initiated for him. But it wasn't but more than maybe a week in after he had started going there and was there maybe a few times. This is now the end of March, maybe very early at most, early April 2015. And I remember I was headed out before work, and my dad gave me a call. He was like, hey, do you have a couple seconds to chat? I was like, yeah, what's going on? I said, hey, I'm starting to have some crazy stuff going on with my arms. And my exact response was, well, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I'm getting all this this tingling and this numbness in and through my hands. And I'm like, okay, well, injury-wise, what, again, subjectively speaking, facilitate getting the answer from the patient. I'm like, Dad, injury? What have you been doing? Okay, you've been pruning, you've been doing stuff down your storage. What's going on? Have you had any injury at all? I know that we've talked about, okay, you've fallen on the ice a few times, but that was back in February. We're talking 2 months ago. What's going on? No injury. I haven't, done anything. I'm like, okay, well, in terms of what you have going on, tell me a little bit more about these symptoms. And he's like, well, I'm getting tingling and numbness. Maybe one day it's my right arm, maybe the next day it's my left. Sometimes it's my whole arm. Sometimes it's, my pinky finger and my ring finger on the right hand. And maybe sometimes it's the middle, the index, and the thumb on the palm side. And then it'll switch back and forth, or it'll be both. And I can carry a 15-pound bag of salt or something at waist high, but there's days I can't even take my cup of coffee and reach up at shoulder head high, put it in the microwave, and heat it. Like, okay, so that's weird. In my own mind, I'm, the wheels are turning and everything like that. But I need to ask some more questions. Okay, what in terms of these symptoms, when are they going on? Like throughout the day, or what? It's like, well, I'm like, when are they worse? At night when I'm sleeping. Okay, and then how about throughout the day and morning, afternoon, night? Now when I get up and I start moving, it actually seems to get a bit better. Although I'm having trouble picking things up, and I'm feeling a lot of weakness in my hand. I can't grip stuff very well. Well, okay, tell me a little bit more. So in terms of when it's at its worst, it's at night when you're sleeping. Well, position-wise, changing positions, new pillow, mattress, anything? No? Well, tell me more about the symptoms at night. Is it tingling? Is it numbness? What's going on? He's like, well, I'm getting these throbbing night pains, this excruciating pain. And, okay, where? Arms and the same stuff, but in my arms. Okay. Odd. And again, pieces of the puzzle that need to go together. Okay, what makes it better? What makes these symptoms go away? I don't know. They're worse at night. The throbbing night pains. When I get up, start moving around, they get better. But I really don't have them as much throughout the day, except for the fact that I have some weakness in my hands and a little tingling. But nothing really takes it away. So for me, red flag. No mechanism of injury. No symptoms of this form ever in his life. No exacerbating symptoms. So meaning no activity, motion, or position is making them worse. Alleviating factors. What's making it better? Nothing. Nothing's making it better. As a clinician, 3 freaking questions that you need to ask, those that point you in the right direction, enable you to hypothesize. I'm getting a red flag on all of those. In my own mind, I'm thinking, and I'm hypothesizing, if you came into my clinic, prove to me that you don't have what I think you do. I'm not telling you right now as a viewer what my hypothesis is. That is coming. But prove to me you don't think, prove to me that you don't have what I think that you have. Prove to me that you're within my scope of practice and that I can safely treat you and make you better. Because right now, I'm saying baloney to that. You're not within my scope of practice to treat. And we have to, again, disable ourselves from the fact that we like to place people in cookie cutters and categorize them based on anatomical locations. It's bullcrap. It gets us in trouble. My dad, at the end of this conversation, in brief, said, so what do you think I have going on? And I can't even believe what I told my dad, based on instinct and based on rationale and based on this troubleshooting, this diagnostician, differential diagnosis related stuff coming together. I can't believe I told my dad what I told him next.